I'm Tim Jackson, and I am the product manager for the lifestyle category at Fuji, and I've been with ASI now since February of 2011. Actually, I got into the bike industry in 1982 after I saw the movie Breaking Away. I fell in love with Breaking Away and really got involved in cycling and ended up getting a job in a bike shop in a small town in Alabama where I grew up. And it was largely a ploy by the shop owner to keep me from just hanging out there all day without contributing anything to the store, so he pretty much gave me a job. Really, it's the product and the people. I've stayed in the industry so long because of the people that I get to work with, and the people, and that's from the people in the companies that I've worked with, as well as the people like consumers and shops. But the product is really deep in my blood. I'm definitely what we like to call a spoke sniffer. The first part of a bike design for me really comes around what's the ultimate goal? What's the purpose? I mean, some bikes are really about the aesthetic and what that means, what that generates for people in the way of passion about how they feel about the bike. And other bikes are really very purpose driven, and the aesthetics of it are far less important. So really it comes down to what's the ultimate goal for the product and who is going to be on this bike. If the geometry is race oriented and it's not really aimed for that consumer and someone who's more of a beginner, then that's inappropriate geometry. So you really have to take a look at it from a very global concept really and digest every aspect of who the consumer is going to be. You live with a bike for a long time as a series of drawings and a graphic sheet and colors and YS paint codes, and then when it finally shows up and you actually get to touch it and see the welds and see how everything bolts together, that's really, I get pretty giddy about that kind of stuff, and it's yet to grow old for me. Purposefulness. It has to serve a purpose for me, and that's very important. We work in an industry that is built around fun, and people get very passionate about that, whether it's for transportation or it's for exercise or it's for racing. So the bike has to tie into that passion somehow. God, how do you come up with one word for a bike design?
Make your own word.
Ooh, passion.